Alex Murdaugh's former law partner and friend of 34 years took the stand for the defense today, but his testimony may have actually helped both sides of this case. WSAV News 3's Andrew Davis was in the courtroom all day. He is joining us now live from Colleton County.
Now, Mark Ball says he rushed to Moselle the moment that he heard that Maggie and Paul Murdaugh had been shot and killed. His law partner of Alex Murdaugh himself says Alex was devastated when he got on the scene. And when he first saw him there, he got upset himself because he started walking around and seeing what investigators, he says, had done.
It's a crime scene. You don't want just water dripping all over the place. But more importantly, I thought it was pretty disrespectful. I mean, Paul was a good young man, and I, quite frankly, it just pissed me off.
Now, Ball also said there were no roadblocks keeping people away from the scene at Moselle, and he said people just kept piling in. He found birdshot on the floor of the feed room the next day, as well as some of Paul's own remains left behind. But as upset as Ball was for his friend, that turned to anger just a few months later when he found out that Alex had stolen millions from the law firm and from his own clients. Ball says Murdaugh betrayed his own friendship and the PMPED law firm family.
September the 2nd hit. It changed everything that I knew about Alex. I would have never believed that a guy that, was like family would have ever stolen from me, would have stolen from his family, would have stolen from his clients, or any of that. I don't know the guy that, after September the 3rd and leading out, I don't know who that guy is. I mean, that's not Alex that I knew, right, and Alex that I loved, and Alex that all of us loved.
Now, a forensic expert took the stand late today to echo some Ball's own questions about the investigation itself. Ken Zersi says there are footprints at the scene because deputies did not wear protective footwear. And the sheet should have never been put on Paul's body that night, or it should have been saved because it could have contained hair or skin samples that connect back to a killer. The other big news today supports a News 3 exclusive report from just last week. Another source is verifying from NBC News that Alex Murdaugh is expected to take the stand in his own defense. His attorneys today tried to get the judge to limit the prosecution questions to the murders, not his financial crimes. But Judge Newman denied that request, saying he will address objections as they come up, but not make a blanket ruling. Now, Murdaugh could also plead the fifth in this case to some of the questions as well, saying if he answered, he could actually incriminate himself on future criminal or civil charges. It'll be the first time, though, that we've heard from Alex himself since he pleaded guilty to murder more than 7 months ago. Now, Murdaugh could expected to testify as early as tomorrow morning. We will have it live on the air when it comes up, and much more for you tomorrow night on News 3. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Andrew, thank you. I do want to clarify Andrew's statement just a moment ago. He's got so much going on there at the trial. He actually meant to say that Alex Murdaugh pleaded not guilty. He says he's not guilty. So he will continue to follow that story. And you can too, from our daily courtroom coverage and real-time blogging, from our digital team to prior stories and even background information. You will find it all at WSAV.com/Murdaugh.